studio. Go over to Mel real quick. Look at this baby.
Look.
It's
Demon.
Demon.
Look, Demon.
Look, babies. Yeah.
Demon.
We have
the
our
winner.
tail wagger champion in studio. It's Demon, everybody.
Fabulous.
He says hello.
Good morning, Sonny.
Welcome
He's
to
gonna
Sunny TV.
hang out with us for just a little bit because he's being a wiggle worm. But this is
Yeah.
so much fun to see Demon in studio.
He's-
Big shout out to Tail Wagger Charitable Foundation. Our champion is in studio today. And our championess is back in studio. We have Lashim.
Shame's
Thank God.
Hi,
I'm
we missed
so
you
ready.
so much.
I'm tired of looking at the pictures. I want to hear the
Yes.
stories. I'm ready for it. We're going to
I'm
dive
here.
into it. Awesome. Well, good morning, Sunnies. Friday is here. Hotter than a jalapeno in a sauna. And we packed this show tighter than Costco on a VIP hour. I know Kenny Stevens is pissed about the VIP program. Not happy. From freezer heartbreaks to fall festivals, we got laughs, we got local love, and just the right splash of drama. Let's turn this over to the queen of the sunny scene. Mel, can you handle it?
Davey, we're starting with a frozen funeral. A special taco has been laid to rest, and I'm giving it the snack obituary it deserves.
I know.
A snack attack throwback for sure.
So sad.
Yeah, definitely. But rest in freezer paradise, sweet taco. Ashim, I know you've got something divine lined up today.
Yes, yes. First up, Nonsense is coming to the Limelight Theater. It's hilarious, it's heartfelt, and with Maritime Creative designing the sets, it's going to be spectacular.
And
Trust
Mel,
me, Sonny, if you want tickets.
You've got the exclusive on this one, too. We've got a Sunshine Shenanigans story today.
Oh yes, Sunshine Shenanigans is serving up a TikTok thief who basically turned her own video into Exhibit A. Who needs detectives when influencers snitch on themselves all the time? Demon's ready to party.
He's
Demon's ready for the
to
weekend.
party.
He's ready for the weekend.
Social media, the gift that keeps on giving. Sunnies, it's not just fun and games. We've got some news that you need to hear. We'll break down Costco's controversial new VIP shopping hour.
Okay.
And it's a perk and a puppy. Hi, Buster. He's so cute.
Plus, we'll hear about a jaw-dropping daycare disaster in Australia where a grandfather picked up, get this, the wrong child. Yes, you
What?
heard that
Oh my
right.
God,
I
stop
know.
it.
The wrong child?
It's closer to home. We're talking e-bike safety. Are they harmless scooters or motorcycles in skinny jeans? Spoiler alert, the ER visits say otherwise.
Yeah, we got to get into that. It's a very big hot topic, especially that story is quite significant.
Yeah.
We've got local music love and an update on Wesley Wells Farms. We love them over there. Shout out to Amanda and the family. They're going to kick off fall with a really cool festival out there that we're going to do an exclusive on. I'm excited to dive into that.
I love
But
this.
right now we are live from the Black Box
at the Limelight Theater. It's
Sunny
Sunny
TV and Demon.
He's showing his pee-pee. He's showing his pee-pee.
So cute. And now a quick word from our friends over at the Bailey Group.
Be ready for
All
anything
right,
with the
Demon.
Bailey Group, an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. Whether it's securing your family's future, protecting your business, or planning for individual wealth, the Bailey Group is here to guide you every single step of the way. Since 1954, the Bailey Group has been a trusted cornerstone of the St. Augustine community. Under the leadership of President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency into a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus on individual health and life insurance, Medicare solutions, group insurance, and property and casualty commercial coverage. The Bailey Group combines cutting-edge technology, strategic partnerships, and personalized service to deliver the peace of mind you deserve. Give them a call today, 904-461-1800.
Oh, Demon.
Oh my God, you guys, that puppy, he was so cute. He was doing great, and then he's like, yeah, I'm done with this.
I'm
I want
done.
to go do puppy things.
He is a show doll. Like,
He is
absolutely.
absolutely a show dog.
He's a
Before
sweetheart.
the show started, he was just sitting here with me with his feet on my desk, just like, hey guys, all right, let's go. Let's do
I'm
this."
going to be, we're going to be putting him in commercials.
I posted it behind the scenes, and he was sitting there like he was a newscaster. It was the
Yes,
cutest
so
thing.
good.
It's adorable.
All right,
Oh,
so
yes, Mel.
let's get into this weather report, friends. It's Friday. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
So Friday's gonna roll in today around 90 degrees, but this morning when you woke up, it was a cool 73.
Oh.
It
So it was great hanging out, having coffee, dog walking weather, all of that. The precipitation is at 0%.
Oh.
So we're not gonna have any storms, any rain today. Humidity's still at 79%, but I'll take that because it's not
Oh, heck yeah.
107. And winds are at 8 miles per hour. I know you love a nice cool breeze,
God
David.
bless. Yes.
So Mother Nature can't decide if she's crying or just messing with your hair. This weekend is going to be great. It's going to be nice and chilly. Temperatures are going to start out at about 73.
Okay.
And then they're going to creep up to about 88.
Okay, we're not in the 90s.
No,
Okay.
it's going to stay there. So if you have a sunroof in your car, open the sunroof, roll the windows down, just enjoy it.
Put on some yacht rock music.
That's
Yacht
what
rock.
calms my dogs down.
Definitely.
That's our coming track. So
Definitely.
buckle up, St. Augustine. It's going to be a great weekend.
Well,
Can't
speaking of music, we've got quite a list tonight. Strum it, drum it, hum
Yeah,
it
look at
down,
this.
Sonnies. It's the local music report to make you proud on this Friday, September 5th. We got Sarah Herforth at Ancient City Brunch Bar at 11. Joshua Tennessee Worthy at Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's at 1. Brad Edwardson at Bin 39 at 1. Colin Costco at La Cocina at the Cellar upstairs at 1. Heather Craig, Tradewinds Lounge at 1. Chase Foraker at Pierre's Pub, shaking it up at 2. Then we got Jonathan Lee at Pierre's Pub at 2. Mark Evans, God bless him, at the Guy Harvey Resort at 4. Richard Konsicki at the Guy Harvey Resort at 4. They must be doing a duo there. That's pretty awesome. John Q at the Milltop Tavern, 4:30. Thick and Thin String Band at Marina Munch at 5. Beck and Summers Bands at the Tides Oyster Company at 5. Mark Hart at Tradewinds Lounge
That
at
makes me
5.
laugh every time you say
I
that.
know, me too. Jeremy Price at the Boathouse. That's a new one at 5 o'clock. Joshua Tennessee Worthy at Funkadelic Food Shack at 5:30 p.m. We love that over there. House Cats at Shayla Moore at 6 o'clock. Contact Buzz. Hurricane Grill and Wings at 6. Zaza Flamenca at La Cocina at the Cellar upstairs
tour.
at 6. She's doing it. Oh, and I hope we get this dude on the show. He's super cool. Ian Opalinsky at Mellow
Yeah.
Mushroom, Anastasia Island at 6 o'clock. He's a super cool dude and a major artist. We have to check that out. Solo Lion at Prohibition Kitchen at 6 o'clock. Fawn Kaiser, Shaughnessy Sports Grill at 6. Vinny Jacobs at Oasis Deck and Grill Restaurant at 6 o'clock. Chilakia at Krabby's Beachside at 6 o'clock. Landfall, they're amazing.
Oh.
This is a Jimmy Buffett band, tribute band. Shout out to Ken Yarbrough. Super, super cool. You've got to see Landfall. They're awesome. They're playing at Pesca tonight at 6 o'clock. Cypress Hill and the
What?
Atmosphere.
Wait, what?
Apparently
What?
that's a typo. True Phonic at the Colonial Oak Music Park. Heather Craig at Meehan's Irish Pub at 7 o'clock. The Mix with Duran Baker. Very
Oh my God,
nice.
so much.
I know. We've got a lot going on. John Q at the Milltop Tavern at 9 and Mandala Music
Oh, I love that.
at PK at 10. All right, Sonnies, grab your passports and your pina coladas because our culture queen is back in the studio.
Yes.
She just visited the bluest waters I think I've ever seen on
They really
Earth.
are.
This is incredible. Turks and Caicos.
Yes.
Ashim, welcome
Oh my
back.
God.
Thank
You know the
you.
best part with all this stuff you were putting on your stories, it felt like we were on vacation with you, like the parties. And you totally should have gone up on that trapeze and
Oh,
performed.
heck no. I've done it twice.
Okay.
Okay, but.
You would be perfect up there.
So
oh my
you've done
God.
this already.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
I'm deathly afraid of heights. So the fact that I did it twice was like, okay, it's enough for me. I've done it. I've gone up
You would be
there.
fantastic.
But I am terrified of heights. My sister's an aerialist, and she's always saying, you got to come up with me on the silks and do all these things. I'm like, sis, no, it is not my jam. But yes, Turks and Caicos, I'm so glad to be back with all of you. But I was also glad to get away to my favorite place on earth, Turks and Caicos.
Celebrating and happy birthday.
Yes, happy
It's
birthday.
Very cool.
Thank
so this
you.
is something that's tradition, right?
Yeah.
That we do every year.
Yeah, I started going to Turks and Caicos in 2001 before anybody even knew what it was. People, when I would tell people I was going there, they'd say, you're going to Turkey? No, not Turkey. It's Turks and Caicos. And I started making a tradition that I go there every year for my birthday because I don't want a big gift. I don't want a big party. I just want to be on my favorite beach in the world, enjoying that beautiful water. If you
Yeah.
saw my pictures, those are not like retouched photos. That is the water. And we've taken now, I think over the years, probably like 30 different people, friends and family, to Turks and Caicos. And every single time, everybody's reaction is, oh my gosh, your pictures were real.
Yeah,
Because
because we weren't sure, were you in beach walk,
Yeah.
just taking some
No.
pictures?
Yeah, right?
it looks like a massive pool, right?
does.
Like I
It's
think I
so
even changed my
crazy.
cover photo to one of me floating in the water,
That was
and
a
that
cool
is the
shot.
beach.
A great shot. But
So-
are you nervous about animals in the water?
No.
Sharks. Talk
So
to us about this.
So the reason I'm not nervous about animals in the water, if you look up shark attacks, there have been like maybe 2 in 100 years there. There are sharks that are off deeper. So Turks and Caicos is actually a chain of 40 islands, and they're all very shallow keys. So their waters are too shallow typically for sharks to come in, and every once in a while you'll have sharks that are in the deeper waters. But there's a very famous history behind Turks and Caicos. Back in the 90s, there was a marine biologist who was out there studying the reef because it has the 3rd largest reef system in the world right off the shore.
Oh.
So there's amazing snorkeling and diving.
Do they protect it, that reef?
Well, so the reef is protected. It's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's also, the country has named it a national park, so it's the Princess Alexandria National Park. So they're very cognizant about sunscreens there. For example, you can't wear chemical sunscreens there. You have to wear reef-safe
Then it
sunscreen.
gets in the water.
I
They
didn't even
tell
know that's a
everybody about
thing.
this. Like when you
Reef-safe.
check in and then when you go anywhere, it's like only bring reef-safe sunscreen to Turks and
Okay.
Caicos. They're
Wow.
very big on that because they want to protect the reef system. But this marine biologist was doing these studies with the reef system, and he would go out there every day. And one of the days he was out there, he was attacked by a shark. Well, as he would be going out there every day, there was also a dolphin he would notice that would follow his boat. Well, that dolphin came in and attacked the shark, and the shark went away. That dolphin got injured, but about a month later, the guy was back out there again. His injuries were fine, and about a month later, the dolphin came back and started swimming with him every day. So he named the dolphin Jojo, which was the name of his wife, I think, at that time. And that dolphin is still alive. He's the
my
national
God.
mascot of Turks and Caicos. It's why my dog is now named Jojo.
Oh, wow.
And Jojo loves to play with people. And so he and now there's a larger school, a pod of dolphins. They swim around the waters of Turks and Caicos, and they keep the sharks away. So I have my little show and tell. Where is it? I brought a picture because a couple of years ago when I was out snorkeling there, Jojo came and swam with me for 32 minutes.
Oh
Can
my
you see
God.
that?
Wow, look at JoJo, guys.
Jojo the dolphin.
So he swam with me for 32 minutes. I have it time-stamped on my camera, and it was the most special, magical thing. Like, people go pay for dolphin experiences, and I had this magical experience in Turks and Caicos. And it's just, for me, it's a very special place. I remember the very first time I visited, one of the things that really kind of captured my heart about Turks and Caicos is that the people who live there, they're called belongers. The belongers are
The
so...
belongers?
Yeah.
I like that.
That's the name.
Like
so
they belong there.
They belong there.
True.
So, and they all joke I'm going to be a belonger soon because they say at 25 visits you technically can become a belonger. So
are you
I'm one
one?
visit away. I'm one visit away.
Okay,
That's
next week
amazing.
she
Yeah,
goes.
yeah. But they were so gracious and very proud of their island, very proud of the natural beauty. The country's motto is beautiful by nature. And everyone there on the island sort of embodies that. They are really excited to have guests come experience their island. And I don't know if you've gone to other places, but I've traveled to lots of different islands, and some of the locals aren't very receptive to
True.
tourists. They don't
Jamaica,
want
they
you
hated
there.
me,
Yeah,
yeah.
they hate you. They don't want you
Right.
there. So they're very kind of cold and elusive. No, they're very, from the moment I stepped on that sand, people were so gracious, like, come experience our island. You've got to go here. You've got to see this. You've got to go here. They weren't trying to gatekeep anything. They wanted you to see all the beauty of their island. And over the years, I've also sent other friends there, without me. I've recommended it to a lot of friends, and they have all said the same thing. Like, the people there are so gracious and welcoming and warm. They really make it such a special place.
Like, my mom really wants to travel, but she gets this fear, because it's such an exotic spot.
Yeah.
Is it definitely something that you feel safe?
Oh,
when you're there?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I run all the time. So you guys saw some of my running videos, but I run every time in the morning. I go out and do things all by myself there. I know people there now too because I've gone there for so many years. I know a lot of locals who have families there and raise their kids there. There's this little old man, Henri, I see every morning on the beach
Are there
as I'm
hotties
running.
there?
There are hotties.
Okay, good.
There are a lot of people who travel
because
there.
you don't want to go to wrinkled paradise,
No.
I want to see, something.
It's a wide
scrumptious,
range. It's a
yeah.
wide range because the first time I went, I was traveling from California, so I was San Francisco to Dallas, Dallas to Miami, Miami there. And I remember the first time I went, there were a group of people who were flying in from Miami for the weekend to go to Turks and Caicos, and I was like, it's taking me a whole day to get there
For
from
the
California,
weekend. How long
and
is
I
the
thought
flight?
it's an hour and 15 from Miami.
Not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. So and
It's Miami's an hour there from here.
Yeah.
And then another. That's amazing.
it's an hour and 15 from Miami. Fort Lauderdale has some flights that are an hour and a half, so it's another 15 minutes from Fort
big deal,
Lauderdale,
yeah.
So Orlando, I heard, is getting a direct flight too soon enough, which would be fantastic. Because
Really
right now,
though, Ashim, because I avoid Orlando Airport with all of my heart.
If I could get a
would rather
direct-
drive to Miami than deal with Orlando. Orlando Airport is a hot mess. Unless you've got some
yeah.
Ashim, Sheem. Hello, I'm a Sheem.
Well,
I
I
go.
bet she does.
She
We
does.
do, we do
She's
clear
got a
and global
special
entry,
pass.
so we kind of bypass a lot of the lines, but and that's because we love going to Turks and Caicos so much. So it has become my tradition. We also have another friend who went with us this year, and this is his 4th or 5th time coming with us. His birthday's 2 days after mine. One of the beauties about Turks and Caicos is it's such a special place for so many people that over the 20 plus years I've been going there, I've made a lot of friends there. Not just people who live there, but people who come from all over the country to Turks and Caicos. And so now we have this core group of friends who fly in from all over the country to Turks and Caicos, and they all know that we're going to be there my birthday week. And so we had friends who came in from New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Toronto, from Malibu, and they come from all over. We even had some friends join us from Rome this year. And they
Really?
come to celebrate my birthday with me because they know they're going to go anyhow to Turks and Caicos, so why not go?
You have a friend in Delaware.
Yes.
My mother lives in Delaware.
No way!
So
We were
we need
friends.
to connect them together. I think
Yes.
that would be magical.
Oh, so
I am literally
yes. So
my
Susan,
mother.
Yes.
Like I am like we are cloned.
My
with the
good friend
personality.
Wayne
Yeah.
lives out in Rehoboth.
Mom, Wayne, your new friend.
Yes,
Let's
and,
go.
and
Wayne,
we've become
Mr.
such
Wayne,
yes.
Meet
he's-
up Susan for a little
He's a
drinky
doll.
poo.
I call him
Yeah.
Mr. Fabulous. He has the most amazing smile. But Turks and
Mr. Fabulous.
Mr. Fabulous. So Turks and Caicos, a couple other fun things about it. Like I love the beach. Some people want a more like active vacation. We stay at Club Med because you can choose to be active or not. Club Med is not the way you think about it in the 80s. It's not an upside down pineapple place
Melanie
anymore.
and I were talking about
Yeah,
this.
we were
It
like-
does have sort of a stigma, right?
So in the 80s, yes, it did,
because
because in the 80s, you could book a trip there by yourself, and they would put you in a room with someone else, and it didn't matter, it could be a man or a woman. And you didn't have locks on the doors back then. So that was the 80s.
No, I'm not
Oh,
doing
so
that.
it's sort of like a Heathen's Den or something? Was it like
Back
that?
then, sort of.
God bless.
It has
We-
since changed, but it is still the ethos of Club Med, so it has a really fun kind
It
of a.
sounds luxury.
It has a really interesting history. So back after the Holocaust, these two friends, one was a doctor, one was a physical therapist, decided that they wanted to do something to help the Holocaust survivors. And so they created this camp to help them have fun and to help them like build community and to sort of rejuvenate their souls and to play, because they felt like a lot of adults lose the lose the ability to play. And so Club Med started as a way to heal the souls of the people who had survived the Holocaust. So from its beginnings,
How
it was,
cool is that?
yeah, I get chills when I think about it.
That's really awesome.
From its
That's
beginning, it was
cool.
meant to be a very communal thing. You go, you meet people, you do activities. There's a ton of things. You know, at the one in Club Med, it's the last adults only one, which is also a big perk for us. There's no children running
I
around
like adult
screaming.
only things. I don't
You
wanna
can do
kids.
trapeze. They have a tennis pro there, so you can do tennis lessons. They have pickleball, of course. Everyone does that. There's beach volleyball. You can do sailing lessons. There's scuba. There's
They're
snorkeling.
like lazy people. I just want to lay
Yeah,
on
just
the
I
beach.
just want to be.
I-
Right?
I don't
yeah.
want to. Listen, maybe I'll do a fun little thing, but
I'd do a parasail moment.
yeah, I
Yeah,
would do that.
they have
Maybe just
aqua
let me lay
gym, they have
down.
Zumba, they have a little dance party in the middle of the day. They have dancing every single night.
Do they have spin? You know me.
They have spin. They have all the things.
Did
They have
you see a
yoga
spin
on the
class?
beach. I don't do any classes. I just go run and I dance.
Okay.
But I do yoga sometimes. They had a sound bath one night, but it happened to be the night of my birthday, and I was like, oh, we already had plans with friends to do other
Sound bath,
stuff.
What are you gonna do? Give
Okay,
birth?
so
They
like,
did it on the beach though, which was really special. They have a sushi cooking class. They have all these
Listen, a
things.
sound bath. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like wah wah wah, like dolphin songs.
But it is. It's actually, we're going to learn about it
Yeah.
next Friday.
Yeah, I
with
want to
Yeah.
know what it does
Dana's
to me.
coming on the show talking about Bohemian Fest coming up. So
Can
we're
she
going to
do
learn
the-
all about sound baths.
But it's
And then
very
she could teach
relaxing.
me and do it, and maybe it'll make me calm.
It's very
Yeah.
relaxing. So for us, the vacation has become a relaxation type of thing because like we don't do a lot of the activities. Like I know a lot of people will go and do all the classes. I have a friend who does all the classes when we're there, and I just go and I do my run in the morning. Phil sails. He loves sailing over there. We chill on the beach. We play in the water because I just cannot get out of that water.
Phil,
that
would,
water.
I feel like I could look at Phil and know he likes to sail.
He loves
Yeah.
to sail.
He just got that
He
vibe. He's
just
got a vibe
loves
of
to
sailing,
sail.
yeah.
He loves to sail. We love to dance.
Like
and,
water stuff.
You know, one of the things we always talk about, and some of my friends that have gone there have said this, and Melissa, I'm looking at you. She said, like, I wish regular me was more like Club Med me, because Club Med version of a lot of us, it's really built for adults to play. And don't think, no nasty thoughts, people. I mean, play like when we were kids. Like
Well,
you get
there's
to
play for everybody. I represent all cultures on Sunny
It just
TV.
depends on what
it's
your
play
version of
like when
play
we were
is.
kids. Like there's so much laughter and goofiness and silliness. You know, one of the other things that Club Med does, it's very unique to Club Med, which makes it really easy to pack for me, is they have theme nights every night. So
Right.
one night's an all white night, one night's all black, one night's a glow party, and so I'm a perpetual overpacker. I need to have a list, and if I don't have a list or like my brain just gets like, what do I need? What do I need? Do I need
Yeah,
this? I've gotten better over the years because I found some little travel hacks, but for me, Club Med is super easy to pack for because every night I know I need a flower outfit, I need a white outfit, I need a black outfit, and so it makes it really easy. And when you see 90% of the people at the property dressed like in theme, it just makes it this fun, it's always a very festive atmosphere. So I love going there. I like highly encourage any of us, especially here in Florida. I moved to Florida because it was such a close flight to Turks and Caicos.
Really?
All
That's
right,
why.
so you know how much I love food.
I'm ready
Yes.
for this
Oh, yeah, yeah.
conversation.
You ready? let's
Of course.
yes, activities are fun and all, but let's talk food, girl.
I eat like a pig while I'm there.
What was your favorite, most memorable, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner you had?
So
Categories
there was
and
this
snack.
fish. I think it was a cod in a curry sauce. Oh my gosh!
Cod in a curry.
Everyone
fun
was
games like
like,
a cod in a
oh.
curry.
We also, we usually go on like a boat day somewhere too, and on that boat day they will go catch fresh lobster. So lobster season is August through October. I can't eat it because I would die, but everybody else, like it was our friends, and we were all on this boat together.
couldn't
They
wait.
go
I
and
love
they will.
watching my friends eat the lobster.
They will
Like,
spear the lobster for you and then take you to, because of there's 40 islands, but only 8 have people on it. 8 are inhabited, the other rest are just like little random islands. They will like dock on an island somewhere and then put up a grill and grill up the lobster and the fish they just caught for you. And those meals are always phenomenal because talk about fresh of fresh of fresh. Like
Give
that is
me
the
that now.
freshest thing on earth. I eat a ton of other bad stuff while I'm there. There's
Like what?
Well, there's a baker at Club Med and she's from France. So
Okay, now we're getting into
Oh.
this. Yes.
the bread and the
I
pastries
am
there.
literally
Give me
Carby
the
Barbie
carbs.
on vacation.
So it was
I love
it was
carbs.
not until the last day because I thought every day I'm going to be in a swimsuit, so let's just wait. So it was on day 9. I show up at breakfast and Phil's just looking at me laughing. I'm still in like my gym clothes and I have a platter of every different pastry. I'm like,
Absolutely.
I'm trying all of it. I said I was going to have one bite each. Well, I finished all of them. And then-
Good, you
I had no
should.
Ashim, I am Carby Barbie every day.
Every day, this one.
So there's
me all the
always
carbs.
fresh pasta. There's always fresh breads. Club Med's also known for this thing called white chocolate bread, which also is a fun story.
Wait,
but
what
if
is
you,
that?
It's a bread
Like croissant?
better. It has pieces of white chocolate in the batter that because they're on the exterior, they caramelize. So you get this little tiny crust on the outside of the bread that's like this little sweet caramely. Everyone who's had it is like, this is an addiction. They know, Club Med knows that this is such a popular thing now that when you leave the property, they'll let you take some, like they'll make loaves that you can take on the plane with you.
It wouldn't make it to the plane. I'd be eating it on the way to the airport.
That's happened to a lot of our friends. They'll take loaves and then it doesn't even make it on the plane. They are
No.
eating it in the car, they're eating it at the airport while they're waiting for the flight. Like it is that good.
Yeah.
So so Turks and Caicos, if you look it up also, it's one of the top beaches in the world consistently since I first went in 2001. That's how I found out about it. I feel like signs happen from the universe, and it was in 1 month period of time. I saw it on Nat Geo, Discovery Channel, Travel Channel, all saying best beaches in the world. It was like one of those best beaches series, and Turks and Caicos kept showing up. And then my local paper back in California had their Sunday paper, back when papers were a thing. The travel section had a color photo of this beautiful beach and water. And I'm like, where is that? I need to go there. And so I read the caption, Turks and Caicos. I'm like, done. I saw 3 shows and a picture in a newspaper. I don't care where this is. I'm going to go there because something's telling me I need to be there.
I love
And it's
that.
like my favorite little spot now. Like, even if you've seen my wedding ring, it's Turks and Caicos blue. So Phil searched high and low to find a stone that was the color of the water of Turks and Caicos because he knew I didn't want like just a diamond. I wanted something that meant a lot to me. And Turks and Caicos is like that place for me.
So what's the local experience like? I mean, I love that the resort and all of that is super cool, but like I would love to hear about like the local culture and what does that look like?
Yeah, so the local culture is mostly Afro-Caribbean,
Okay.
and it's been, that island itself is a British territory, so
Oh, I
they
didn't know
still, a
that.
lot of the places still observe high tea, which is kind of funny. Like,
Oh my God,
that's so
Yeah.
Rachel, they have high tea.
yeah,
Maybe
they have
Rachel
high
could teach
tea.
us how to do
Oh,
that.
I love a high tea.
Their primary industry is tourism, so a lot, like I said, a lot of the locals are very happy to have people. Every local I've ever met has been like, see our island, come here, come there. So it's a very low-key island. I know you see all these like influencers and like, celebrities going there now. They've made it a little bit more upscale, but at its core, Turks and Caicos is a very chill island. It's very relaxed. People there don't have a lot of pretenses. They're just very proud of their island. It's a very like outdoorsy island. Because the island is, Turks and Caicos, the main island where people live, is the capital is called Grand Turk, but the main island that most people go to is called Providenciales, also known as Provo. It's 47 square miles. It's a tiny little island.
Yeah.
It's
It's
very
little.
small. Yeah. So like when I run almost the full length of the island.
Oh,
Like
wow.
it's like that small.
I would not run a quarter of the island, but I would lay on the beach on each,
Yeah.
all 47 miles of the island.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And a
But-
different snack.
But so they have, it's a very, like I said, very connected small community. They're very proud of their island. Most of them work in tourism or they work in fishing. Turks and Caicos was previously known for its salt production. It's got very, like the waters are very,
High
saline.
salty, yeah.
So you float really well there too.
Oh, nice.
Like it's just, you're out in the water, you're just chilling. And one of the other beautiful things about Turks and Caicos is this, like the conch and the fish. Everything there is very fresh. I think it's the only conch farm in the world. And so they've got conch as their local delicacy. If you've never had conch, it's similar to, I've heard mussel. I've never had mussel, but it's very, very high in protein. It's super lean. It's
Conch?
really conch.
It's good.
Yeah.
You've had it.
So they
Well,
make
you
it
worked
into
at the
conch
Conch
fritters,
House.
cracked conch. Our favorite is conch pizza.
Oh.
Yeah, conch pizza is lovely. It's at this little pizza restaurant right in their downtown area. It's fantastic. So overall, like it's a very small community like us. Like it's very much like St. Augustine in that sense that it's the locals who live there are very supportive of the tourism community, but they're there to have a very simple life because you don't have a lot of traffic. There's no highways. There's one highway they call it, but it's literally a 2-lane road. Like it's just a very chill place. And they're known for a couple other things as well. They have a big film festival every year. They have a jazz festival there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that would be fun.
Prince lived there.
Of course, Prince
course
lived there.
Prince lived there for
Where
you,
did he
Asheen.
live? We've got to hear about
Did you
this.
see his house?
I
Yeah.
did. So we went there for our honeymoon,
Was
of
it
course.
purple?
Where else? So yes.
Barbara Jean,
BJ,
it was purple.
yes. So he passed in April of 2020, as you recall, and we got married August of 2020. So we had already planned our honeymoon to be in Turks and Caicos, and we knew that one of the things we wanted to do was go see Prince's house. And so we rented a car and drove to the south side of the island, it's an area called Turtle Tail, and his house is on this bluff with access down to the beach, but his whole driveway is painted purple, like your shirt.
So good.
And I have pictures standing in front of it. I'm sobbing like a baby. Like I still get chills thinking about it. He found so much peace and solace in Turks and Caicos because, again, the people are so gracious. They're very warm. They're not distracted by celebrity, and they're very respectful of those who've chosen to make the island their home because they're very proud of their home. So if someone chooses to make the island their home, they're like instantly part of their community. So they were all very protective and respectful of him as well. So he found a lot of peace there, and that's where he had his home. Someone eventually bought it after he passed, but they've kept the interior, they've kept the purple driveway, and now you can rent it as an Airbnb.
Oh, that's
No
so
way.
cool. Let's do
That
it, guys.
sounds
Sunny
fun.
field trip, Addie?
That sounds
I think
super
it's
fun.
$11,000 a night, but
We can make
Put it in
payments.
the budget, David.
We can make payments.
But,
David, if anybody wants to sponsor our trip, we're taking Club Med sponsor
Yeah,
us.
listen, Jen, when you come on the show.
yeah.
Oh my God, what about this book club?
Oh, yeah. So sorry. So
yeah.
while I was there, I was reading other books too. So we finished our book. We got the little, there we go.
Yes,
American Black Widow.
this is
I
what
read it
we-
again because I'm just so like, this book has like lived in my head rent free for a little while.
I know,
Because
me
I
too.
kept thinking about it because I've been watching a lot of documentaries too on TV. And I keep thinking like, this documentary would be, I know they did a brief one on, was it a 2020 investigation, something like that?
Yeah, it was like a 60 minutes.
60 minutes, something,
like that,
but
yeah.
like this needs to be a whole deep dive because I keep thinking like nowadays this could never happen because she did all these things in towns that were so close to one another, but no one really knew because they weren't talking because all
she
they had were
married the
phones.
preacher and then literally went through like the church records to find like the wealthiest man,
Yeah,
right? Which
yeah.
was, I forget his name, Newton or something.
Yeah.
And then so all of a sudden she starts dating this optometrist because
Mm-hmm.
he went to the church, and then gentlemen just started falling off, in these accidents. And
But then when they talked about, like when they interviewed people who were in her life and they were like, yeah, we knew that about her and yeah, so-and-so over here knew it about her, but nobody was connecting dots because there was no social media to connect people.
Right.
No.
Like think about that. She was able to do this because even some of these towns were like 20 miles apart, 10 miles apart.
Yeah.
Even that little tiny divide, like no one was talking about this. So it's just wild that it could have
She
happened.
was, and I'm going to use Patty's word from comments, she was so messy. Like, she used sex as, like, her key to open up the door for everything, literally.
Yes.
And like, when they say the term bumpin' uglies, I feel like she probably was a catalyst for
I
that. She
agree.
was not a looker.
She was not. So that's the other thing. Like, I'm
I thought
sorry,
hot
but
for
these
I thought,
men,
like, tits, like,
right? Like, I'm sorry,
gorgeous.
but these men, like, their most base instincts were on full display because clearly there was not. I mean, she had no. I hate to say this, but based on what we read, she had nothing to offer. She was
Nothing.
not like a nice person. She didn't have this amazing.
She
like,
had one thing to offer, honey.
Yes.
That candy.
And that was it.
Absolutely. Drive through
So-
twice. And they did. And they did. Then she
God.
buys this home up in the mountains, which they have like what? No power. No, there's no
no,
telephone.
no water.
No water. That's what it was.
There
And
was no water. You had to like flush the toilet with by getting water from the outside. Like what?
unbelievable.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing this.
And they still loved her. Like
They
she
still-
was like, you know,
It just
Sophia
goes to
Loren.
show men
Ah.
are simple.
She was like the redneck Sophia
Ain't that
Loren.
the
Wait, what
truth.
about the pizza party?
We've got the pizza party coming up on the 16th. Yes. So Hillary's Pizza is sponsoring our Book Me Club. So if you read American Black Widow by Greg Olson, please go over to Hillary's on the 16th and you can get a personal pizza with one topping of your choice to celebrate the book. And today, I think, Ashim, we're ready
I think
to
so.
launch our new book. So, Addie, we've got the Wheel of Names. Oh, I love the graphic, Addie.
I
Thank you.
know.
That was so cute. Yeah, it was so cute.
Yay.
Everybody
I
see
love
that?
it.
Book
Sunny
me,
pizza.
right? Get a free pizza. You got to read this book. And I know we just did a post, and I saw about 20 people read the book. That's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it was really
We're
good.
climbing. That's good. So let's spin the wheel for
Let's
our
see.
next book. Sunny's, are you ready? Patty, I know you're ready in comments. Let me see some emojis up here. Let's go spinning the wheel. What is our next book?
Dun, 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 dun,
Is
dun,
it going to
dun,
be
dun,
War
tick,
and
tick,
Peace?
tick, tick,
It's
tick,
going
tick.
to be
Answered Prayers by Truman Capote.
amazing.
Okay.
I love Truman Capote.
Me too.
Oh
New
my
York
gosh.
Society and all
Yeah.
the twists and turns of the wealthy.
right.
I think this was the last book he was writing. I think this was like what he was writing when he was
You're
like
right.
on his. This should be good, and I love
Yeah.
how he always spills a little tea.
A little. There's a lot of tea in these books, which is so cool because these are lives of people that they obviously they live in penthouses. Like
Yeah.
they live in the clouds. They never touch
Right.
ground. So this
Right.
is kind of a cool. Oh, I'm excited to read a Truman
I know,
Capote
this should be
book.
fun. All right,
especially
so-
fall, right? Because there's always twists. There's mystery. There could be murder.
I've
there could be
never read
something.
a Truman Capote book, so I think I'll read this one.
Oh, you heard it here first.
think I'm gonna
What?
play the
Do
book
it,
club.
do
You
it,
heard
do
it
it.
here first. But first, let's get into a quick commercial from our friends over at Maritime Creative.
Maritime Vibe Check!
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime Creative, they set the stage.
From sound to lights to video waves.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime Creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
Call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime.
Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Flashes and
guys.
Brilliance, you get gold and silver, but
I do want to clear something up, though, real quick, because Stephanie was concerned. Just in case, Sonnies, if you're out there and watching the closed captioning, we have no chance on correcting the closed captioning. But I just do want to clear up that it's Stephanie with an F, not a PH. In the closed captioning, it's Stephanie with a PH, but her name is spelled with an F. Steph was concerned that you guys would think that we spelled it wrong. No, it's totally a social media platform thing, and there's nothing that we can do about it. So everybody out there knows it's Steph with an F, not a PH, right?
So, Ashim, that brings me to a question, and I thought about this because my mother watches TV and everything with closed captioning.
yeah.
So do I.
Right? You know?
Yeah.
I'm old.
So, what does closed captioning do to your name?
Oh gosh, like when
I
you.
can only imagine what you go
Right?
through.
What do
It's
they call
ridiculous. I get Axiom a lot.
Okay.
Ice cream a lot.
Okay.
Ice cream.
Like
I've
all
seen
these.
a schleem.
Yeah, sleep. Like it's just all these weird things. So like
Oh my God,
I don't know.
that's
So one of my
hilarious.
friends trained their phone how to actually spell my name properly. I don't know how they did it because even Phil, like when he texts me, I can tell when he's doing talk to text because if he like happens to say my name, and he usually calls me Shimi.
Yeah.
It still comes out with some weird thing. I'm like, he's talking to text. It's fine.
It's
It's fine. It's fine. I've just learned to accept it. I learned to accept
I
it.
always wonder that with closed captioning because it does weird things. Like, so if anybody else has like a name that's different or a different spelling,
Yeah.
please let us know in comments
Yeah.
what closed captioning does to your name.
You know what the worst one I ever got was? This was
What?
from a high school substitute teacher.
Oh.
Not closed captioning, but the worst butchering of my name. Zeke.
Wait, how?
I don't know. I still don't know.
Not even close. Well, that guy
That's
actually
like
got
when I-
hired by these social
Listen,
media platforms.
that's
right?
the same thing when I type and my phone thinks I'm saying duck.
Oh, that's true. We
I
know,
have
we know
never
it
used
doesn't
duck
mean
in a
duck.
sentence.
Not there.
But
no.
you know who has ducks is Wesley Wells Farms.
Yes.
They have a pumpkin festival coming up and a handmade market. Ready to trade your flip-flops in for flannels. I am, because fall season is here. Hashtag fall season right now in
I
comments.
look like a lumberjack in a flannel.
You don't know. Maybe
And-
you're picking the wrong flannel. What's your plaid?
I stopped trying because I got sick of looking like I misplaced my axe.
Oh. So this
Why
is
don't
what,
you pull it
Saturday,
off
September
cute?
27th. So it's coming up at the end of the month.
Yep.
It's a pick your own adventure. This isn't just any pumpkin patch. At Wesley Wells Farms, you can wander the vines and pick your pumpkin straight from the field. It's a true farm to porch experience.
I gotta tell you, it's not
Yeah.
easy to grow pumpkins in
No.
Florida. Everybody
No.
takes that for granted. When you see a pumpkin patch, that is something that is done specifically to the soil to be able to grow those pumpkins.
Yeah, because you need kind of that mist that
Yeah.
sits on there, and we don't really have a lot of that mist. We have,
No.
You have humidity, but that's not mist.
Wait a minute.
But at the other cool things at Wesley Wells Farms, you can also pick your own vegetables,
Yep.
your
Love
own
that.
flowers,
Yep.
and for those of you who want some Instagram-worthy moments, they've got those beautiful flower fields, the sunflower fields, and
Yep.
like wildflower fields to go do some photos.
And fun things for the kiddos to do too,
Yeah.
which
Yep.
is also cool. Look, you guys, it's no secret. We have got to support our local farms.
Yes. Absolutely.
There are major developments coming in there with some high price points, and they're pushing these big old checks in their faces and saying, we want your land, we want your land. These farmers are protecting their land
Yep.
for the legacy of their families. So we have got to rally around these. Wesley Wells Farms, incredible. I love, Amanda was so passionate when she spoke to us on the Farmers
Yes.
Report. So yeah, we got to check
You
this
guys-
out. Ashim, what's that date again?
Saturday, September 27th, and that's out at Wesley Wells Farms.
Loving all of that. Hey, I also love, we're really heavy into the Sing Out Loud Festival. It is kicking off tonight.
Oh, that's
Very
right.
excited. Check out Spinster Abbots. They've got one heck of a lineup. But also, the St. Augustine Amphitheater is also a part of the Sing Out Loud Music Festival. It's back and shaping up to be exactly what fall evenings were made of. Tuesday, September 16th, right after we go to Hillary's Pizza, you can check out the night market from 5 to 9 p.m. This is something that you don't want to miss.
And the Beloved Night Market is a quarterly tradition at the AMP that locals love to come to. You can shop, you can hang out, there's live music, you can kind of get your groove on, you can eat a little bit. It's definitely like a community spirit type of event. It's free too. We know we
Hey.
love that
$3.99.
price. It's free and open
Yes.
to everyone.
Guys, there are 70 plus local vendors
Nice.
showcasing homemade goods, all of one-of-a-kind finds, live music, and my favorite, an array of food trucks and dining options.
Hey, so honestly, Mel, have you
Yeah.
and Jimbo, have you guys checked out the night market?
I did the night market one time.
love it.
I did it once, and everyone
That's
should
my
go.
speed. I am
I
not
love
a
it. It was
Saturday
great.
morning because I'm
Yeah.
busy like
No.
sweating
Yeah.
to the oldies and stuff on my
But
bike.
this is like a perfect time, and it's cooler.
I'm with you
Absolutely.
too. So I'm not, I love farmers markets, but usually in the mornings I'm working out, I'm going on
Right.
a long run. So I love the night market for that reason too. You can go, and it's also a cool place to hang out with your friends. So like
Yeah.
say you want to do something different than just going out eating dinner or any of that kind of stuff.
wander.
You can go wander the night market
It's
and like,
truly
you know, just
special.
hang out and chill. So
Little
definitely a fun
twinkling
community
lights.
event.
It really is it's a romantic moment. So
Yep.
yeah, save that date. That's going to be a super, super special one.
Yep.
All right, let's get into these local stories, shall we? I got a fun one. Wounded Warrior Project, all right? Sonny's, here's today's heart-touching highlight. The Wounded Warrior Project brought together a group of wounded veterans and introduced them to be the healing power of the ocean. We all know that there's a lot of healing power in the ocean.
Absolutely.
Many of these warriors were stepping on a surfboard for the very first time. While others returned to mentor and cheer them on, one resilient veteran summed up best. It says, "I keep it moving. It's the most therapeutic mindset I've ever had. It's a reminder that healing can happen one wave at a time when strength and community come together."
Yes, I love how something as simple as an ocean can become such a powerful thing.
Yeah.
My husband is a surfer.
Yep.
He has probably like 8 different surfboards, different sizes, whatever. But Jim says when he's stressed or he's going through something or whatever, he goes surfing. Whether there's waves or not, he'll go paddle around because he says it all the time. He goes, "That's my church." And he comes back and he's like, feels better. It's true.
I
100%.
completely agree. And I love that the Wounded Warrior Project, it continues to be a lifeline for veterans. I have a lot of veterans in my family, and I know that they offer not just like the physical rehabilitation, but that emotional rehabilitation. And this surf therapy, I think we're very fortunate to have that ability here because surf therapy, water therapy is so much more about just like the physical aspect of surfing. It's that connection with water, with nature.
Yeah.
There's something about helping rebuild someone's confidence if they're out there on the board, and like the joy of just being out there and kind of what I was talking about earlier of playing, of doing something that's a little bit different. And I think it's such a special thing that we have here, and what a great healing opportunity that they're providing.
You know, locally we have the Arc St. John's, and they take a bunch of kids out who are autistic for Surf Quest. And I got to tell you, I volunteered
Yeah.
once with Rotary, and it was the most rewarding morning to see kids having an opportunity on a surfboard or touching the water for like the first time. If you've ever experienced that freedom, it's just amazing. And I can only imagine what Wounded Warrior Project has done for these veterans. I think that this is just an
Well, and
incredible
shout out
thing.
to them for realizing that a standard type of therapy doesn't work for everybody. Let's try this. Let's try. They're adding so many different things. So big props to Wounded Warrior Project.
Absolutely.
Coming up with that.
Yes. All right, Mel, hot
Oh,
topic.
God,
I know
these
you're going to get into
damn
this.
e-bikes.
But you guys, we've got to
I
find a
know.
solution. And this story takes e-bike safety to the next level. So let's get into this, Sonny's.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the chaos on 2 wheels, e-bikes and scooters. And you know what? Before I get into this, Sonny's that are out of St. Johns County, like Mom, I know you're watching right now. What's the e-bike situation like in your communities? I'd love
Yeah.
to see that in comments. I really need to see that comment today because I want to see if we can piggyback some of these ideas from other communities because we're not doing good over here with this.
No.
We're not doing good over
We're
here
not.
with this. All right, so e-bikes and scooters, they're zipping through crosswalks, flying past strollers, oh my gosh, and pretending they're just bicycles with a kick. But let's be real, these things can move 20, 25, or even 30 miles per hour. This is not a casual cruise. This is basically a motorcycle in skinny jeans. I'm just being silly, but it's the truth.
It's true.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Do we treat them, these bikes, or do we finally admit that they belong in the same category as serious road vehicles? And are we blaming the riders for reckless behavior, or are cities at fault for not creating safer lanes and clearer rules? There's a
Both.
lot of questions here.
I think you're right, Mel. I
See,
think
all of the above.
I think you're right, Mel. And Davey, I think you hit the point too, right? There's a shared accountability in this. One, it's the people, the e-bike riders, and we know that there are a lot of e-bike riders who don't take it seriously. It is a moving vehicle, and we've seen, unfortunately, too many really bad news stories recently about young teens in our area who have not taken the e-bike seriously. It is still a moving vehicle. But I also think that our roads in Florida, I mean, I'm just gonna say it, I came from a place that had bike lanes, very wide bike lanes, or even bike paths everywhere. And here it's not as much, you don't see that as often. And so that's why like here I only ride my bike on the beach or on the bike trail heading out to Hastings. Like
But
to
I
Palatka.
also know on the flip side of this coin, there's a lot of people that can't afford a car note right now, that
Yeah.
cannot afford a vehicle. And
Right.
these e-bikes are giving a freedom to people.
I agree. So I do
Here's
think it's
how-
eco-friendly. Yeah,
Here's
you're
how
right.
I feel about the e-bikes, okay? Do I think kids should be riding them? Absolutely not, because I almost hit a kid coming into my development. with
Allegedly.
them.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Allegedly.
And I will tell you this. If somebody, they have a motor, and also just speaking about the kids, there's videos on YouTube to tell them how to soup the engine up.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it needs to be 16 years old with a driver's license
I agree.
and a helmet and all the things. Like there's some people who, that is their mode of transportation, you know, and they go back and forth or whatever. I think you should have to have a license. And that's
I
fine.
think you're
Let's
right.
change it. I don't
Yeah.
understand why. And maybe I'm being a jerk. I don't know. I don't understand why we can't make it a thing. Like, why can't it not be a law? We drive a car that has a motor. If you have a scooter, you have to have a license.
Correct. I think it should be in the
And
same
they
category
soup
as
'em up and
scooters and
e-bike.
Vespas and all those. Because
Yeah.
some people have scooters as a way to get to work. Like, that's a thing as well. I do think this falls in the category of scooters. People who have taken the test to get a license, that understand the rules of the road, that understand proper safe driving techniques.
Don't
I
let
think
kids
they
ride
should be
them
able to
anymore.
have
Enough
e-bikes.
with the kids riding
But
these
yeah,
things. They're
right
not
now,
mature enough
what
to
we're seeing
handle
is just not
a
that.
weapon.
I'm not going to be a popular one on this question, but like I always found it significantly interesting in Florida that helmets are not a
Oh,
requirement.
give me a break on the no
but I
helmet
know
law.
it's hot here, and I'm thinking maybe it's because of it's like it just doesn't make sense.
I don't get
to
that
me.
either because again, I'm from California.
Right, and we
It's
have
a law
helmets.
to wear on motorcycles, which is not a law here either.
And the
and
splitting of the
bicycles.
lanes?
Like I would ride my bike from my house to go to the grocery store, to go to my, to meet
Yeah.
up with friends.
Right.
I had to have a helmet with me. It was a law. You could get fined for not having a helmet. So here, the fact
In
that
a
we
car,
don't.
you have to wear a seatbelt. Remember, everybody pushed
Yeah.
back
But-
on the seatbelts back then. Why can't we wear
Also,
helmets?
too, do you know about splitting lanes? Motorcyclists do what's called splitting lanes.
Yeah.
I think in California it's actually illegal.
Oh,
Here,
I
it's not
don't like
illegal
that.
here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you're on the highway and these are two cars, right? They're driving. All of a sudden, a motorcycle can go between the two cars, like on those white lines.
I don't like that.
No. And I know some people are going to say that, like, leave it to the parents to figure out, to
Well, that's
to
what the
choose
sheriff
to
is
allow.
saying, to teach your kids better. And I'm like, there's more to that than
I-
this.
A law. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
he's
sorry,
only
Sheriff
16.
Hardwick. It's got to be more
Because
than
think
just
about
that.
it. When
yeah.
they soup these things up, because kids are crafty and the internet gives you so many
Yes,
things.
they teach 'em too
it
many
goes
things.
faster than what's it called? A moped.
Right. And I'm sorry.
It's
I
not
mean,
the parents'
parents
responsibility
are-
all the time, guys.
I'll give some credit. There is definitely like a need for parenting here, but
Yeah, but,
honestly,
like-
kids are gonna do when parents aren't watching. I was one of those kids. Sorry, Mom. I was. You know what? Mom said, "Don't touch. It's gonna be hot." And when she wasn't looking, I touched it. It was hot.
Yeah.
So like, kids are gonna do those things, and that could save an accident. I'd love to see helmets. I'd love to see laws in place, and we've got to get some regulations because I don't know about you, I research and write these scripts every single day for these shows, and I got to tell you, there's an e-bike story literally
Every day.
single day in the news here, and that's
But wait,
that's
I
what
know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to say this, and people are probably going to come for me, and that's fine. You see these interviews when the parent's kid ends up in the hospital because of an e-bike
and the
accident.
GoFundMe.
They're like, my
and
child, this, and the other. Like, if there's laws in place, and listen, it's the same thing as weapons and drugs. People want something, they're gonna get it.
Right.
Yeah.
All you can do is minimize it.
Yeah.
These are not toys. These are actually
weapons, they're
motorized.
metal.
These are motorized weapons.
Yeah.
I
and
agree with that.
Here's my soapbox.
I think,
I think we are.
yeah, I think stricter laws need to be put in, a law needs to be put in place.
I
or
agree.
Just something.
Yeah.
There's my
Or
law.
put your kids on an Old Town Trolley. That's safe, right? Let's go talk to Old Town Trolley.
Sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com.
Yeah, real quick, shout out to Nicole in comments. She said, my son thinks you don't need a helmet. I drove him to get one, safe or sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole.
You wear a
Yeah.
helmet or you don't go, kid. My
Yeah.
mom used
Yeah.
to say all the time, you clean your room or you don't go.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not cleaning my room. Well, then you're not going.
Yeah,
And
my mom wouldn't
mother
start
was
the
like,
car. Yeah. Back,
She
my
wasn't
mom
gonna
wouldn't
go
start
back
the
on her
car
wood.
if we weren't buckled up with our seatbelts on. She wouldn't
wouldn't
start the car.
start the
We
car.
would just sit there.
Exactly.
Yeah, so-
That's what you got to
anyhow,
teach your
yeah.
kids a little bit. Be a little bit firm. It's
Look,
okay.
don't be afraid for them to get upset with you. Guess what?
I don't care where I sat in the station wagon. Susan could always backhand my ass. She would always
Over
find a
the
way.
seat. They come over the seat with our.
She would. Mom would adjust those rings, and she would be like Shaka Khan, and still hold on to the deal. Yeah. All right, let's move on to Shaka Khan. Let's get into Costco. You guys are buzzing about this.
I know.
If you're a
Costco.
Costco fan out there, let's listen up. They have a new VIP hour out there. Sonny's, Costco's decided that early bird only gets the worm. If you pay double as of September 1, only executive members shelling out $130 a year can shop from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., while Gold Star business members only paying $65 have to wait till 10 to enter. So here's the rub. Is Costco rewarding loyalty or basically telling half of its members, you snooze, you lose? Let's get into it, ladies.
I like this, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's going to go to the store early, right? Like when it opens, so I don't have to get in
So
line. I
you
can
would
get what
pay
I want.
double to go?
I would, because then I don't have to wait and I don't have to deal with. Okay, here's my thing. I hate the grocery store shopping. My husband does it.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand going through the grocery store. People stop in the middle of the aisle. They make a mess. Their kids are running all over the place. There's carts. No, I can't do it. So I go. If Publix opens at 7 a.m., I'm going at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Machine, what's your take?
Yeah, I hate shopping too, grocery store shopping.
I
so
love it. Are you
Hub-
kidding me?
no,
It's my
hubby does all the
favorite.
grocery
It's
store
the
shopping in our house. The
worst.
worst thing ever. And
Jim.
and I actually think this. So. A little bit of privilege here. Husband has a couple businesses, so he does have a business account at Costco because he has to order a lot of things for his offices. And so for us, this is a great thing because he can get that part of the thing done with less crowds because he has to get back to the businesses
And
to
no
have the
carts
businesses
in the middle
function.
of the aisle.
So, and when I was helping manage a restaurant at one point in time back in my 20s, and I remember we'd have to go to like the Costco's and Sam's Club early in the morning to try to beat the lines because restaurants that go buy things in bulk, it's a madhouse to try to get through there when
So
you
you're
have to
saying
deal with
this
other
would be a
shoppers.
value then?
Absolutely. For
So
business
does
owners, I think it's
Nicole.
absolute
I
value.
thought there would be more pushback on that.
No.
So all right, and so does Patty. So all right, go pay more. See you later. Thanks for buying more Sunny merch. Appreciate it. You'll pay more at Costco, but less on Sunny merch.
Oh, give it a break.
Okay, this next story. Come on, this next story.
All
Dave,
right,
this
next
is
story.
tragic.
Grandpa has a daycare mix-up. This is happening over in Australia.
This
Shout out to
dude.
our Australia boos out there. In Sydney, Australia, a grandfather shows up at a daycare, goes into a dark room, and wait for it, accidentally takes home the wrong child. Yes, you heard me right. He scooped up a sleeping one-year-old, put him in the car, and didn't realize until later it wasn't his grandbaby. And now the good news, the baby was safely returned. No one was harmed, and the grandfather was apparently devastated. The family says they don't blame him at all. They blame the daycare, which raises the real question, how
Yeah.
does daycare double-check your IDs?
How
and
did
check
he
your
just walk into the room? Think about
So
this.
this is, I
How
go
does
for
he
it.
just, this man, older gentleman,
Right.
walks into a room, a bunch of sleeping kids. Nobody's concerned about, hey, bro, what you doing?
Right?
And he just reaches down and picks up a kid and leaves.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I know like
First Steps Learning
Yeah.
Academy in Bangor. You
Yeah.
need to like,
I know that they were trying to blame the grandfather. The
So
daycare said it was the
Curdy.
grandfather's fault. But I'm sorry, if I'm a parent and I'm taking my child to a daycare, I'm expecting that daycare to have protocols in place to make sure my child is safe and goes home with the right people, right? Like, I feel like this is a daycare's mess up. Like, you're trusting your caregiver to care for your child and not let some random person walk in
Curdy.
and take the child. I'm sorry. I think they were completely in
They
the
just
wrong.
That
said-
was a little bit too loosey-goosey, so maybe they need to
Yeah.
pull up the bootstraps a little
Oh
bit on
my
that
God.
one. Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
no,
Well,
no,
we're
no.
gonna have some great expectations for that daycare for sure.
Are you
That-
looking
oh
for
my
a
God, they-
company? I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
All right, hey girl horoscopes. We got Capricorn, Aquarius, Barbara Jean. Hope you're listening. And we've got Pisces on deck today. Oh, and that means my mom. I think she's a
Mama Susan.
Capricorn. Mom, you're a Capricorn, right?
Yeah.
So you're chic in Chanel tweed. This week's vibe, CEO of Chic, hustle queen. Everyone wants your success, but nobody can afford your grind. Ooh, I love that. Style Oracle says Chanel tweed skirt, timeless power with legs for days. Cosmic command is climb higher and do it in stilettos.
Okay, then.
I love that.
But
Do you know
not
why
on-
stilettos were invented? Is
Oh,
to
yes,
be
I
able
do.
to step over the diseases on the streets, you know, the
Yeah.
bacteria and things, so keep the
And men were the
aristocratic
first
people higher.
wearers of high
Yep.
heels.
I love that. I
Didn't
love
you
that.
learn on Sunny TV, friends?
Power
Look at that.
accessory is a structured tote bag that could hide both your laptop and your enemies. Ooh, is Jimmy Hoffa in there?
Yes, he is.
Your
He's in my
affirmation
pocketbook.
is, I am ambition in heels, discipline in diamonds. Beyonce once said, if there's one thing I'm willing to bet on, it's myself. I love that. And I am my best bet, my best investment, and my highest return.
She's a
Okay,
Virgo, by the
then.
way.
Aquarius,
She's a
hippy dippy sippies, here they are. Rebel in Westwood Plaid. There's your Westwood Plaid. I love Vivian Westwood. This week's vibe is rebel chic. Your brain's too busy inventing the future to worry about the present. Spoiler alert, you look fabulous while doing it. Your style oracle says Vivian Westwood Plaid corsets with punk precision and only in purple. Cosmic Command,
Yeah.
shock them and then shock them again. I love that. Your power accessories, statement earrings shaped like
I like
galaxies.
that.
Affirmation is, I am the rebel heartbeat of tomorrow. The innovation of today didn't see coming. Steve Jobs once said, the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. And baby, I'm crazy enough and couture enough to change it. Pisces, ethereal and Rodart. This is ethereal, intuitive, and just a little bit feral. That's who I like. I love feral. Like this, like if a
wildcats.
mermaid ran away with the runway
Oh,
show.
I love that.
Your style oracle says Rodarte tulle gown, dreamy, dramatic, divine, and a little asymmetrical. Your cosmic command is drown them in your vibes. Mystery is your perfume. Your power accessory, a crystal embellished clutch that could be doubled as a spell book.
Okay.
Oh, I see what we did there. Affirmation is I am the dream, I am the vision, the whisper that becomes a war. Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it. And I don't just dream, I manifest. I love that.
Happy Friday.
All
So
right.
One Hit Wonder that is one of my favorite songs is from 1982. Come on, Eileen. Remember that song?
I swear on my knees at this moment.
You
Tell
mean
me
everything.
Oh, I love
Yes,
that song.
guys, it's by Dexy's Midnight Runners. The song was so big, it was massive.
Love it.
It soared to #1 both in the UK and in the US, and in 1983 or 82 won Best British Single of
It's
the
a
Year.
great song. It's been
Wow.
covered by like No Doubt, so many
Yep.
ska bands. I just
Yeah.
love it.
Ugh.
Speaking of ska bands, let's get into this sunshine shenanigans and see if I can get this done in 45 seconds.
Do it.
David, you talk too fast on the shows because I'm trying to keep it at
Go,
an hour.
go,
I got
David,
it.
go,
All right.
David, go.
TikTok, that put me in handcuffs. All right, Sonnies, this is so Florida, it hurts. A so-called influencer thought she was being clever, rolling into Target, scanning fake barcodes, waltzing out with her discounted haul. But here's the kicker. She went home, filmed the haul on TikTok, and forgot one tiny detail. She was wearing the exact same outfit she wore during the theft.
You idiot.
Like, girl, do you think Target security was going to scroll by and be like, oh, cute top, moving on? No, ma'am. They hit pause, zoomed in, and said, well, take Exhibit A in HD. Now, here's what I want to know. When did oversharing turn over over-snitching on yourself? And at one point, did TikTok become the new Miranda rights?
Oh, my gosh.
Real talk here. This is crazy.
Dude, get it together, people. All I
This
have
is
to
wild,
say-
but the number of stories of people ratting themselves out. Remember the guy who was dropping cocaine and drugs with
Yes.
with the drone?
Yes.
Like, come
wait, I got
on.
one better. The other
Oh.
day, this man is on parole. Not probation, parole.
Push.
From another state. He comes to Florida. Him and his girlfriend buy a lottery ticket. They're all in the news on the TV. I won. Guess what? They found him. They
He's on
extradited
parole.
him back.
Wow.
And he couldn't accept the winnings because he was a felon.
That's amazing. So that's 3 sunshine shenanigans stories within 30 seconds. That's
Yay!
awesome.
Now-
Boom, record.
Now it's time for a snack attack throwback, the funeral of the Choco Taco.
Oh, I
love
it.
these.
The
Oh my
Choco
God.
Taco was made by a visionary in 1983 named Alan Drazen. He loved tacos, and he said, you know what this needs? Ice cream.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Those were
Choco
so good.
Taco.
That was like my one really
That
bad
was
indulgence.
so
Oh my
good.
God.
2022, they said, buy Choco Taco.
How did they? Why? Somebody needs to reinvent this. If they have Choco Taco options for a local.
Because you know what
the
it reminded me
brothers,
of? The
Dallaire
bottom of
brothers.
the bottom of the drumstick was always my favorite part of the drumstick.
With the
You know what I mean? The
chocolate?
chocolate at the bottom. See, you know what I mean?
okay.
And this was that, but in a big.
Call to action, Dallaire Brothers. We
Make
need
us a Choco
we
Taco.
need a Choco Taco, Kyle and Cameron. Love you guys.
Yes.
All right, Sonnies, we stirred the pot, we spilled the sparkle, and we kept it in under an hour. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yes. A Dazzling Sunny thank you to Baby Demon for strutting across our stage, and how wonderful it is to have a Sheen back at home. A special thanks to the incredible sponsors we have: Bailey Group, Maritime Creative, Flashes and Brilliance,
Limelight Theater, Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Old Town Trolley.
About Face, Zone Cheer, the St. Augustine Pirate Museum, Historical Colonial Tour Experience and Emma Concerts Association.
Don't wander too far, Sonnies. We have Afternoon Delight at 3 o'clock. Ashim's still in the house. We love you
Yeah.
guys. Share the show, babe.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.